Man, I really want to hear the rest of that song. How's it going, everybody? Mike from Beat Tech Reviews here, and we have a special guest today on the channel as we discuss the Pixel 10 series devices that were just announced yesterday. Tito, how's it going, man?
That's going pretty good. I'm waiting. I want my phone now. That's what I want. Yeah. I want my phone down.
I know. So, okay, you pre-ordered yours through Google directly and Google Fi, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so when will you get your device?
So the estimated delivery is August 28th or 29th.
Okay, so last week of August, basically next week already, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, August 28th, 29th, which would be a Thursday. Hopefully you get it on Thursday. That way you can get a video up, man. See how that goes. I pre-ordered it as well through Boost Mobile, but I ordered the Pixel 10 Pro because right now, like if you guys watched my video last night, I did a live stream on Boost Mobile offering the Pixel 10 series at a discounted price. So the regular Pixel is $299 with Boost Mobile with a new line or port in, or you can get the Pixel 10 Pro for $399 or the 10 Pro XL for $499. Again, that's with new number or port in on the $60 plan. So definitely, I think it's a freaking steal, honestly, man.
Actually, Boost Mobile. So, like, I just dropped my video this morning. I waited. I'm not correcting you. You got them all right.
Maybe I'm
but
wrong.
I waited until like your video got traction first before I dropped mine on it. And like, so Boost Mobile has like the deals that you just mentioned. Those are some pretty like really good deals. The other side to it is that if you decide to pay full price for those phones, you get a year service free if you go that route. So it's either way, like when you go to the Boost website, when you ordered it, you know where it told you the special and it gave you the $399 price for the 10 Pro.
Correct.
If you went a little bit down, it would show the 10 Pro's full price, but then underneath it, it'll say, 1 year free service.
Oh, wow. I did not even realize that. But again, if you get a 10 Pro at full price, you're looking at $1,000, guys.
Yeah, $999 before tax.
That's not for that's for the base 10 Pro. So 128 gigs of internal memory out of the box. You don't get any type of backup SD card add-ons or anything like that. So, and I think that's all they offer are the base models. They don't offer the 256 or 512 models.
Yeah, plus two. I mean, when I was like chatting with people last night, there were some that were kind of frustrated with Boost because they only have one color option, and I'm like, who cares? You're getting the phone at a steal of a price. Like, skin the phone if you really want a color that bad. But yeah, at least the 10 Pro's got Moonstone.
Oh yeah, the Pro is a Moonstone color, which I really like. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, if I had the option, I would get the that indigo color from the regular Pixel 10. Yeah. But I was telling him, after I did my stream last night, I was like really heavily thinking about it, and I was like, should I just spend the extra $100 and get the Pro phone? Because again, if you're buying the phone unlocked directly from Google, it's a $300 or $200 difference, excuse me, from the Pixel 10 to the Pixel 10 Pro. So for me, I was like, it was just like a no-brainer, and I was literally considering getting the XL, but then I was thinking to myself, I don't really care for the bigger screen, and you're basically getting all the same stuff on the regular size 10 Pro, because I think the regular size screen is a 6.3-inch screen, and to me, like, that's honestly like anything between like 5.8 and 6.1 or 2 is perfect. So 6.3 a little bit bigger for my taste, but definitely I think that's going to be a very good size device for me to have. And plus, like you said, color shouldn't matter because you can skin it up, or again, you could just get a case, which I believe most people are going to be getting, cases for these very expensive devices.
Oh yeah, I got my cases coming in. I'm me case and screen protector too, man. 9-inch tempered glass.
Yeah, I already reached out to a few case companies, letting them know, hey, I'm getting the Pixel 10 Pro next week, right? So if you guys are willing to, send me, the case, and I'll definitely do some videos on them. I mean, and what I love about obviously, I'm like an Amazon affiliate, right?
Yeah.
But also I am a YouTube product affiliate as well, I guess. So You know, I can also post up links via YouTube that pop up if you're watching like on your computer or at home, uh, whatever. But also, you know, if you don't want to buy directly from YouTube, the YouTube links, you can just hit my Amazon links, and boom, there you go. So that's like the cool thing about that, right? More earning potential for the small YouTubers like myself. But anyways, as far as what the one thing I did want to get into discussion, because you know, you have probably a wider knowledge on this than me, is pricing, right? So how much more are we paying in 2025 opposed to last year's models?
Same price.
Same price. So the Pixel 9 was $799 out of the gate.
Yep.
Okay, and again, going to the Pro and XL models. Okay, that was something that I kind of talked about in my last stream last night, because I didn't buy last year's models, right? So I really wasn't paying attention to pricing. So you know, I was like, oh man, $799 for the base. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking to myself, I thought the base models were like $699. You know what I mean? And you know, maybe in my head, I'm going back to like the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 7 and even the Pixel 8, right?
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm pretty sure they were cheaper, you know what I mean? But you know, I'm so used to like, you know, the A series models also being like on the cheaper side, and I'm like, man, the regular Pixel 10 is $799, and I mean, you get pretty good bang for your buck, I think, for that. But I was like, man, you know, that's why I kind of just sold me on getting the Pro model on Boost. You know, again, everyone's gonna might do it differently. You know, you might be getting it unlocked, you might be getting it like I know Tito got it through Google Fi. Heavily discounted, which we'll talk about as well. But I'm just like, man, like, you know, I was looking at the tech specs, and you know, you're getting a better screen on the Pro model, you're getting I think better battery life, you're getting more RAM,
better cameras
as well. It looks like you're getting that better camera sensor for only a couple $100 difference. So I could see why a lot of people would just upgrade or want to get the Pro model for the extra $100 or $200. So I guess my question to you is, I believe you went with the base, right?
Yeah, I went with the base Pixel 10.
Talk to me why you went with the base and you decided not to go towards the Pro or the XL models.
It's kind of petty why I went with the 10.
Okay.
The color.
The lemongrass color.
Yeah, like, so it's pretty much like this. Like,
I was talking about that.
There is a marginal difference between the 10 and the 10 Pro, especially when it comes to the camera sensors, right? That could be pointed out. But at the same time, Google listened to its fan base this time around. And so with the base, it adds in the telephoto. So with my Pixel 10, while I won't get the ProRes zoom, which allows you 100 times zoom,
yes,
I still can play around with a telephoto lens, because like the Pro model that you're getting, it has the 50 megapixel camera sensor that people were worried was taken away from the Pixel 10. They all thought that the 48 megapixel camera was going to be on all the 10 models, but it's only on the base.
On the base
that has the 40. Base model has 48 megapixel main sensor. I believe it's let's see, 13 megapixel ultra wide and then a 10.8 megapixel telephoto. Where the Pro model, you have a 50 megapixel main sensor, a 48 ultra wide sensor, and a 48 telephoto. So there's the difference with the cameras, even though all of them will have 3 camera sensors, which is good. But that's one thing I was kind of questioning last night, because I was like, wait, are they bumping the base from a two camera setup to a 3 camera setup now, right? Which is good. I did see also that there is going to be definitely a upgrade on the front camera sensor from the Pro to the base as well. Yeah. So the selfie cam on the base is 10.5 megapixels, and I think it's 48 also on the Pro, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So, like, you know, again, they give people a reason to go for the Pro, right? Because that's what a lot of people were kind of concerned about, was like, if the base has 3 sensors and the Pro has 3 sensors, why should I get the Pro and I can go cheaper and get the base? And it's like, well, how important is photography to you? Because if you want, you know, a better photo and then you want to go Pro, especially like if you want a better display, you're going to want to go Pro. So Yeah, it doesn't cannibalize the other phone, so there's still a reason to get either or. And I think
Mhm.
that's a smart part, because then the 10A that comes out next year, I guarantee that one won't have the telephoto lens. It'll be
Yeah.
a two sensor thing. So it makes it where it's like there's a reason for an A series, a base model, a Pro, and Pro XL. And I like what Google did this year. They did pretty good in my book. Even on the
Yeah.
one thing that people don't like about it right now. I get
Mhm.
so much like, oh, people are messaging me. They're like, is it only eSIM? And I'm like, everything is going eSIM in the
Everything is
US.
eSIM now. Yeah. I mean, it's not a surprise. Like, if you order a lot of these prepaid phones from like Metro and stuff like that, if the phone has an eSIM option available, they're not going to send you a SIM card with the device anymore. They're going to
Yeah.
just have it set up with eSIM already out of the box. That way, when you turn the phone on, it just automatically activates because of the eSIM. So that way, it's easier for the user to set up as well, right? Rather than having to take the SIM card out, pop it open in the phone, which was really not that bad of a thing in my opinion, except for that one bad experience I had last
Yeah.
year with the Moto G 2020 Stylus 2024 model, which if you guys can go back and watch that video, I broke the SIM card. I broke the SIM card tool in the actual device, and it got stuck, and I wasn't able to pop the SIM card open and actually activate service on it, even though I activated the service through my email. So I don't know if they still do this, but back then you could still activate your service just through clicking the link on email through the email and putting activate. So it activates your service. So I actually mistakenly did that before I popped the SIM card in, because I don't know, I just freaking did it. I don't know why the hell I did that. But anyways, it doesn't make me mad because again, definitely I think it is. It's the future. It is what it is. It's going to waste less money. It's for the companies, less plastic putting out there also, or whatever type of material they use for the SIM cards to be on the network, right? You know what I mean? Less money in production on that. So
Yeah.
let's take a look here. We got Michael C, who was in my chat last night. Definitely not easier to do it with eSIM. eSIM requires a QR code or some kind of validation from the carrier, which is an inherent obstacle. Well, I wouldn't say super easier, but I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, Tito?
Depends on the carrier. Because
Yeah.
like on Google Fi, when I switch devices, it's literally just downloading the Google Fi app, signing in, and then clicking activate, and it downloads my eSIM to my phone. So like,
Yeah.
it literally takes me less than 5 minutes to switch from device to device. But then Helium Mobile, I have to chat in with the rep over there and have them
Mhm.
switch to eSIM for me. And then
Mhm.
other sites, like what Michael said, you have to scan a QR code. But I mean, all options except for Helium Mobile. Helium Mobile
Yeah.
can take anywhere from like 5 minutes to 30 minutes, depending how long you wait for a rep. But
Yeah.
most of the carriers is just like less than 10 minutes to switch devices.
True. And like, look, I guess here also he comments that eSIMs only is to increase the lock-ins for carriers. Do you believe that or no?
I mean, it does favor the carriers to
Yeah.
lock in, right? Like we talked about this earlier, because you did order the
Mhm.
the Pixel 10 Pro from Boost,
Yes,
so
correct.
you would have to remain with Boost for a year before they unlock
Mhm.
the device. But then
Yeah, which
there's
I
other
don't plan
options.
to do. I ain't gonna do it.
Well, there's other options around that, and even
Yeah,
if you have eSIM, the other options still work to get it unlocked. So
yeah. Well, anyways, yeah, definitely. I don't plan to keep the phone on the service more than a month, and I really only plan to use it as a media tool for my YouTube channel, basically, right? So if you guys don't watch my YouTube channel, or you do, good, thanks, I appreciate it. I film now strictly with my phone. So if I'm using my iPhone to film, I'll use my iPhone, right? And if I go to usually my go-to Android phone for filming is my Pixel 7 Pro. But now that I'm going to get the Pixel 10 Pro, I'm going to retire the 7 Pro and move on from that device. Even though it still takes really good, quality video, etc., like that. I just definitely wanted an upgrade. I'm already 3 generations down from that. So,
well, you could
um,
use your 7 Pro as like,
yeah.
one of your other cameras for like a different camera angle when you set up
I'm
your new
thinking
desktop.
about setting it up like as a webcam, because I know you've used that software. I don't know if you still use it or not for what do you call it? Like a webcam, basically. Forget what it's called. What's that software?
Oh, well, I used to use Droidcam, but I don't even use that anymore.
Okay,
Like the
Droid
Pixels have it natively built in once you plug in to your computer, and then you drop down the notification screen and you see where it says charging, and you tap on it. It opens up a setting options, and then like one of them is file transfer, the other one is charge, and then at the bottom it says webcam. Oh wow! And once you click that, it's webcam on.
Nice. And does it give you the option to use the front camera, or is it just the rear camera? Like
you can use all cameras. You can use a front. You can use the 2 in the rear or the 3 in the rear. You can change the zoom. You can go 0.5, 1.0, or 2.0. You can zoom in, zoom out. It's really cool.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll have to kind of test that before deciding to maybe getting rid of the device, because it is the last Pixel device that Team Pixel sent me.
I wouldn't get rid of it, honestly. Just hold on to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good device. I mean, it is what it is. I still use it from time to time. It's not really like my go-to anymore as far as a backup anymore now. Like I'm really using I mostly use like my Motorola Think phone and my iPhone 16e now as like my backup devices. So like like let's say I have to put my regular phone away to charge or whatever, because my iPhone 13 Pro battery sucks really bad now, which I'm gonna have to replace this phone eventually also. I tend to be sitting on my 16e or my my Motorola Think phone. So sorry, Pixel. Sorry, Pixel. I do use it from time to time. It's just not my go-to anymore. I still have Visible by Verizon running on it though. I have like the $25 plan, and since I have so many referral credits, I have just the $5 line on it now. So and I keep getting emails saying, "Oh, you have a new credit. This and that." Okay, like I'm not gonna complain. You know what I mean? $300 worth of credit. No one's gonna complain there. So maybe I'll do a video. I'll probably do a video tonight on the speed test of the $25 plan in 2025. Who knows? We'll see, I guess.
Hey, why not?
Why not? Right. We'll see. But anyways, so yeah, I guess moving forward from that, any initial thoughts on the device? I guess stuff that we haven't talked about yet.
I mean, we can get more into that. A little bit in the way.
I guess I could screen share what I was going to screen share now, right? I was going to screen share.
But on a side note,
there's your color, by the way.
I have a bone to pick with the Jonas Brothers.
Oh God! Where's the video at? I never saw the video.
The Jonas Brothers ruined my watch along live stream. So that's the reason why, like, I'm getting messages where people are just they click the link to it. Where is the video? And I told them, you guys can't. Well, I didn't take it down. It's partially blocked because of the Jonas Brothers, and so
I think that's.
I'm like,
yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so mad. It's like it was at 1,146 views, and then it got blocked. I'm like, dang. So I re-uploaded another video. It's like 20 minutes long. It focuses on when Jimmy Fallon's behind the desk and they're unveiling the phones. Yeah, and I'm like, man. The Jonas Brothers, like.
But hey, doesn't YouTube give you the option now to cut out that specific part or mute it, so that you don't.
I have to go through the editing. I have to edit it, and it's gonna take some time. So eventually, it'll come back up, but it's blocked for right now. So it's hidden until I can have the time to sit and edit through all of it, and then let YouTube rescore the entire video and see if it's legit, and if it is, and boom, they'll put it back in. But I was just like, man, the Jonas Brothers ruined it.
They had to ruin everything. They always have to. Well, like I did like the whatever the keynote, whatever they were doing. It seemed different. Having Jimmy Fallon there, I was like, Jimmy Fallon. You know what I mean? Like,
oh man, a lot of people mad about that though. Like.
I mean, it is what it is, I guess. I don't know, man.
It's different. So I understand what Google's doing. Whether they executed, and made the event, like really hyping good, or they didn't. I mean, they tried something different than the normal things we're used to, and so I can commend them for that. I don't know. When I watch these things, I'm not really concerned about the side stuff. I just want to know about the phones. And so that's all I was primarily focused on. So after that, when it went down to like, oh yeah, the Jonas Brothers are going to shoot a music video with the Pixel 10 Pro, it's like, oh, okay, well, good for you, like go do your thing, guys. Just I'm waiting for all the extra stuff they're going to throw in, which they didn't disappoint, because we got the Pixel Watch 4, we got the Pixel Buds Pro 2, and we got a follow up to the Pixel Buds A with the Pixel Buds 2A. So yeah, we got a good amount of stuff this year.
Yeah, it wasn't just like, I felt like it did feel a little bit different to me, other than watching the normal, the phone unveilings and everything like that, going back and forth between like people on how to use like the new features. I thought this one was a little bit more comical, I guess, because Jimmy Fallon was there.
Yeah.
But anyways, we got Titus in the house. Thanks for joining in, and Michael C. Thanks for your comments, by the way. I can tell you right now, Michael C. is not a fan of eSIM. Okay, so definitely support that if you don't like it. I mean, I didn't care for it much either, but it is what it is. Like, we don't really have a choice as far as American consumers goes, right? It just is what it is.
Yeah.
Most of the higher end phone companies, Samsung, Apple,
you can get international if you buy it directly through the Google store. You can choose the international option that has a physical SIM tray.
There you go. I think maybe the only thing that might hinder you on that is the bands that are able to use, I guess, right? Maybe.
I mean, if you're using T-Mobile, most international phones are compatible with T-Mobile's network. So if you're using T-Mobile, you shouldn't have a problem there. If you're like on Verizon or any of those, then it'll probably be a little issue.
So I guess you do have that option, right? Thanks for pointing that out. Again, I wanted to point out the lemongrass color, the pretty one that you're gonna get here.
Yeah.
Which I mentioned it on my stream. I was like, well, at least Tito's never gonna lose his phone. You won't be able.
How can I lose it? Look at it.
Look at it. You're like,
that's a nice looking phone. That is the lemongrass bender from Futurama. Like, how the hell am I gonna lose that?
It reminds me of when they first sent me the Pixel 6 Pro, they sent me like the sunshine color or the like the orange colored version, and I hated it, man. I thought it was ugly, man. I was like, man, I know we didn't get a choice in the colors, but they sent me that one, and I was like, fuck. And then after that, they only sent me like panda colors after that. Luckily, so.
My daughter says that my phone looks ugly, so I told her, well, that's great. Maybe it lessens the chances of somebody wanting to steal it from me.
For real. They're like, oh, I do like the black, I guess the obsidian or the matte black color. This one looks
obsidian.
Nice. Let's take a look.
That frost looks that frost kind of looks like my Pixel 9a with the iris.
Yeah, it does pop a little bit. I should
have got that one.
I do like the indigo color. They didn't bring back the aloe color from the previous years, though. I really like.
Oh, that's because the pros got jade. That's why.
I see. Okay. Well, it's a very good looking device. Honestly, I'm not really complaining too much on the device itself. It looks good. Let's take a look here. I'm just kind of scrolling down here. Question, Tito. I was messaging with Alter Tech earlier because he did promote the Boost Mobile promotion to me as well. But I think he asked if we are going to be getting Gemini Pro for a year for free because we're buying the phones. Is that a thing?
I think you would, if anything, because you have the Pro. So it's the Pro models that's going to get Gemini Pro for a year. The base models don't. Interesting.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering about that because I was like, oh man, now I know if you want to ask me about it, man, I'm gonna have to use it and possibly make videos on your questions now, man. Honestly.
Oh, I got Gemini Pro already.
Oh, there you go. So.
Yeah, I like through Google One. I subscribe to the $20 subscription for Gemini Pro, along with all the the cloud storage and all that stuff. So.
I do like. I do like the fact that it still has 20x zoom because I believe the older devices. Let me see. Like my Pixel 10 Pro can only go like 10x. I think. Let me double check. Oh, never mind. Pixel 10 Pro does, or 7 Pro does 30x zoom. My bad.
To answer Titus's question, they didn't mention anything about a cooling chamber, but I think since the 9s had one, the 10 is going to have it also as well. I didn't see anything about them doing away with that. So Yeah, it would have
Super grainy. Super grainy, by the way. I just took a picture.
No, was it
Okay,
10 times zoom?
no, it was 30x zoom. I was like, let me 30x zoom on this deodorant that I have here in my room, and it looked ugly. So, and it, like, you know how sometimes it'll, like, after you take the picture, it'll like clean it up a little. It didn't clean it up at all.
Oh man,
I'm like, oh no.
Oof. Oh well, but at least with George, you'll get that ProRes zoom, so you can take when you go out to, like, you know, test the cameras, you can zoom in at 100 times zoom and then take a photo and post it on social so we can see what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see how that works, and how good the photos are gonna look, I guess. Definitely during the day. I don't think, this will look good at night, but we'll see how that goes. Let's see. Is there any, like, specific feature that you're excited about? I did see, like, the live translation when you're on the phone. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's going to be very helpful. A lot of the stuff that, we're getting with the Pixel 10 is basically going to be software related. Like, I noticed when they were showing more remnants of the Material 3 Expressive, one of the things that I saw that probably a lot of, folks out there that use Android are going to really enjoy with the upcoming new UI changes is the new fonts. Like, we're getting more than just 3 fonts, because when they showed that little demo behind Jimmy on that screen when they were showing the phones, there was, like, on that one screen there was literally like 6 different fonts, and there were still more kind of sliding through in that little demo video. So it was like, we're gonna get fonts, like, finally we're gonna get something that you could really personalize your phone. But, like, all that stuff is, again, all rooted into the software in itself. So really, which is funny because they didn't spend too much time on Material 3 Expressive, and then like Titus was saying, they didn't spend too much time on the Tensor G5, and that's the only thing that I'm concerned about. Is, they mentioned it, Jimmy Fallon got excited, like, Tensor G5, but that was it.
They didn't really talk about it, though.
They didn't talk about performance. They didn't compare it to the Tensor G4. Like, how much more powerful is the G5? How much more power efficient is it? They gave us no benchmarks or nothing.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about last night also on my stream, was like, they didn't really mention any of that, like you're saying. So, like, what, we don't, I mean, I guess we can look for tech specs over here, maybe click that and see what the threshold is as far as the
I mean, they don't give too much even in the tech specs on the website. The most that we even know is that it's a 3-nanometer processor. That's about it. We don't know anything else other than that. I mean, they made mention of it being similar to, like, the power of, like, a processor in a PC, which is okay, like, that's great, but, like, give us some statistics, like, what are we measuring this against? Because that's the only reason why I even upgraded to the Pixel 10, is because I want to see, now that the processor is made by a different company, I want to know how much better it is, how much efficient with the battery it's going to be, how much faster is image processing going to be. Because, like, again, we got Gemini AI, and so that processor needs to be able to handle everything that we're going to throw as far as using AI. It needs to be strong enough to be able to execute those things really fast. So, I mean, we're just going to have to use the phone and find out, and maybe run a benchmark. Like, I could run a benchmark to my Pixel 9a, which had the Tensor G4, and then the Pixel 10, and see if I notice anything drastically different.
Yeah, definitely seen here. The battery life on these are hopefully better. I mean, it's got almost a 5,000 milliamp battery on the regular version. I think on the Pro, it's actually a little bit less. It's like 4,800 from what I was reading, and maybe I'll check the specs here on the Google website. But that's what the Boost Mobile website was telling me. But yeah, man, like, that really kind of interests me that, like, when you watch all of the Apple keynotes and stuff like that, and they're telling you, like, the tech specs and whatnot, they show you how much more efficient the device is, or how much power saving it is, yada yada yada, right? So they kind of do it with their visuals, etc. So I'm like interested because you're saying that Google no longer making these chips anymore? Who is it going to?
Well, so to be quite honest, Google does not make the tensor in house. This is like one
Yeah.
of the things I always get into it with people. It's like, yes, it is their own processor. Um, but like before, like the Tensor G1 to the Tensor G4, it was built by the Samsung Foundry. That's Samsung's, when and they build the Exynos processors, they were commissioned to build the Tensor chip for Google. In exchange, Google would make Android more adaptable for Samsung and their foldable devices. So that was the trade-off between the two companies. Now that there's not bad blood between Google and Samsung. It's just Google and Samsung decided to go their own way, so their partnership has now ended. And with that, Google was like, okay, the tensors are good, but they're not as good as they want them to be. They switched to TSMC, which is another company that builds processors. And in fact, they build processors for Intel. Yeah, now we're getting processors that, hopefully are a lot better. They're powerful, but they're less draining on the battery. And those are the two main things that I really want out of this phone. So, Tensor was never actually built in-house by Google to that extent that, the Google Labs were doing it, So in a sense, when people kind of compare that and they're like, oh, Google's doing what Apple did, I have to tell people like, no, they're not, because Apple builds their own processors in-house. They don't go anywhere else commissioned to build it for them. So yeah, that's the difference between.
Well, that is very interesting facts. Thanks for letting the audience know that. That's definitely news to me. I did not know that. Let's take a look here. Looks like tech spec wise, another reason why I went from the regular Pixel to the Pixel 10 Pro is because you can shoot an 8K video on the 10 Pro. So on the regular Pixel, you only get 4K at 60 frames a second max, which is still not bad, right? Obviously, I still feel like we're like in a period where 4K is not even the standard yet when it comes to television and whatever production. I guess a lot of people are still just using 1080p, which of course a lot of the newer films and even like if you watch football or wrestling, they'll bust out like the 8K camera during some portions of the live events just to kind of give you that crisper look, like make it seem like you're there in person, I guess. So but yeah, 4K at 60 frames a second, I definitely would not complain at all on that.
It's future proof. That's what. So like realistically, yes, I know there's not a lot of monitors out there that can even run in 8K, and I get that. So when you're recording in 8K, it's basically useless at this point, but the phone is future proof because we don't know 6 years from now if 8K monitors are going to be like the norms. And this thing, these phones are supported for 7 years. So just because it's not here now doesn't mean it won't be here later. So I mean, having 8K, be able to record in that, yes. But my question, well, not my question, but the thing that I want to see you test out is how long of a video clip can you record in 8K resolution?
Without before it eats up all the memory, you say?
Well, I just want to see if there's limitations.
Or do you want to?
Remember when phones came out with the ability to record in 4K? Remember, they used to have a limitation of like 2 minutes of recording.
Yeah.
So I want to see if that's like a limitation that's on 8K recording, or if you can like have like unlimited 8K depending on your storage amount, versus just like a clear cutoff of like 2 minutes. So when you do your video testing, that'd be pretty cool to know.
Gotcha. I guess I'll have to definitely test that out. It kind of reminds me of the Pixel 5a and the what is it? The heat up gate or whatever it was called.
Oh yeah.
When we were trying to shoot in 4K and the phone would crash or the camera would crash and stop recording because the phone would get too hot. And I don't even really know if they ever fixed that or not, because I remember they sent me that phone and I had it for like a little bit, and then I ended up selling it later on. I just was like, yeah, I don't really have a need for it now that they sent me like the Pixel 6a. You know what I mean?
It
It
still
was
gets warm.
yeah, it was a good device though, but definitely was a skippable device. I would have rather gone from the 4A to the 6A rather than just jumping into the 5A.
The 5A never made sense to me. The only thing that pissed
Yeah.
me off about the 5A,
Yeah, because
I mean, it would heat up, yes, is one. But then when it came to eSIM activations, it was only compatible with T-Mobile.
oh wow,
You couldn't
I
like
didn't
you couldn't put visible on it with eSIM.
horrible.
Yeah.
So I guess if you wanted to have a dual networking on it, you would have to get like visible as the actual SIM card and like T-Mobile as the eSIM portion of it, I guess.
Yep. That's how you can do it. Because like even with, and then I don't know why they did it, but if you use either the Pixel 5 or 5A with AT&T, it does not connect to their 5G network at all.
Oh damn.
Only LTE. So it's like the 5A was just, it was handicapped from the very get-go. That's one phone from Google that I never really understand why they made that phone.
Right, especially because basically the specs were almost the same as the regular Pixel 5 from what I remember, right?
Yeah, it was pretty. It's identical.
Yeah.
To the 5 and the 4A 5G. But give me a second. I gotta go answer the door. I'll be right back. Just like carry on.
Maybe it's a delivery or something. Okay. Sounds good, guys. All right. Well, while Tito's getting that, we'll go ahead and go over to the tech specs of the Pixel 10 Pro. Again, we already discussed this, but we're just talking about the phone at this point. Oh, look, it even says compare. Let's see. So it has everything here, basically. So you can switch the 10 Pro to the 10. We'll do 10 Pro XL, I guess. I mean, I'm not really looking to get the Fold, but let's go to 10 Pro XL, I guess, instead. Price differences, definitely a lot. I'm going to be getting this color, the one in the middle. It looks like a graphite color, but it's called Moonstone, I guess. Which again is a 6.2-inch screen. I'm excited, guys. If anyone in the chat has any comments or questions, feel free to throw it out there right now. I definitely would like to discuss that with any of you guys in here. Hey, what's up, man? I switched the screen here so we could compare tech specs with the Pro model versus the regular or the Pro XL, etc. like that.
Oh yeah.
Crazy, man. But yeah, man, it's just interesting, and I'm excited. I'm hoping I get the phone next week, just like you do. I mean, we did pre-order it.
Yeah, I would think because Boost Mobile has it up for pre-order, so I would think that you would get it. You might get it before.
Think so? You think I might get it before you, or what?
I mean, it's a possibility because like pre-ordering, obviously, like you're getting your order in before it's like fully launched. But they're gonna ship it out before the launch date, right? Which is August 28th is the actual launch date of the Pixel 10. But pre-orders are gonna get shipped out before that, so you may in fact get it like maybe Monday or Tuesday.
That would be crazy.
That'd be so cool to see.
Check it out. You could still get the 9 Pro for $999 on the Pixel or the Google Pixel website. So
I don't understand.
What's going on? Yeah, look at that, $799 also.
They had the Pixel Watch 4, right? And so I'm like, okay, cool. LTE model $449, and then you go to the Pixel 3.
Look, dude,
LTE model, same price. Like, why?
That's crazy, dude. Look at that. All of the Pro versions are still at $1,000, dude. That's ridiculous. Like you would think, hey, it's a year-old model. Let's bump it down a couple $100.
Oh my God, you got the Pixel 8 Pro up there.
Yeah,
that should have fell off. That should have fell off already because the 10s come. Well, probably the 28 will fall off the site.
Let's see if the 7 Pro is still there.
Ooh,
it's still available. It's still $629 brand new. Interesting. And look, 6 Pro, and it still gives me the buy option, which I thought that'd be gone by now, man. Honestly.
Oh yeah.
Interesting. Look, speaking of, the Pixel 5a is unavailable. That's hilarious. I think that's as low as you can go is the 5a. You can't even get the regular pic. Here we go. Wait, never mind. I lied. Pixel 5 unavailable.
I still miss that phone, the Pixel 5. Like honestly, for the 10th generation celebration for Google, I honestly felt like they should have revived one of the older Pixels. I mean, if I chose, it would have been the Pixel 4 XL, but like with like newer hardware specs,
Yeah.
tensor processor and all that. Just bring that phone back, and the Pixel 4 XL is still one of my favorite phones for sure.
Oh yeah, it was a good looking device. I liked it. I mean, I never had it, but I mean, I just like the physical features of it at least. I think the first Pixel device I ever had was the 3A.
Oh yeah, I had the 3A, the purplish color with the
Yeah, it was
nuclear
like the
green
purple.
button.
I think there was a regular and an XL version. I think I had the XL
Yeah,
version.
yeah. There was a regular and XL. I think and that's sad too because that was the only one out of all the A series. That's the only one that had a base size and an XL size. All
Mm.
the other ones, like the 4A, was just super tiny, and then you had the 4A 5G, which was like the big model for both the 4A and the Pixel 5. And then the 5A, 6A, 7A, 8A, and 9A, they're like one size. So the 3A is a very unique one. It has two different sizes.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. I think I bought it secondhand off of Facebook Marketplace, and I don't know. I mean, it was in perfect condition. The only thing is the camera was messed up, so I think I ended up sending it in. I think I remember telling you about that. I sent it into Google or whatever. I think I paid like $160 to get it fixed. By the way, so overall, I think I paid like $60 or $70 for the phone out of pocket, and then I still had to pay like a little close to $200 just to get the device fixed. So I probably just should have bought it brand new or refurbished or something like that. But I was like, that's a good deal. You know what I mean? Like, and you know what the funny part about that is, when I bought the phone and the girl mailed it to me from Facebook Marketplace, she still had the phone. Like, she did not reset the phone. It still had all of her information on it.
Oh my God. She was lucky that you were nice about it, wipe the phone or whatever, because you could have just been like, what photos do you have here?
I mean, low key, I went through it, but she didn't have anything like provocative or anything like that.
That's why you should never do that.
Yeah, which is good. But at the end of the day, like, I still had to reach out to her, and I had to ask her for personal information because it does ask for like a password to reset it. I believe. So I think I don't recall if it was just the PIN number or if it actually asked for like the actual Google password to reset. Because I think back then you might have had to do that. But anyways, that was something that I had to deal with, and luckily, like, I was able to get in contact with her because, like, once the sale is done on Facebook, like, the little thing disappears. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh man, thankfully, like, let me save, the messages and whatnot, so I can contact her and be like, hey, I got the phone and everything's good, but you're still logged in, like, you never reset the phone. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I forgot.
FRP locks is crazy, and believe it or not, like Phoenix Police knows who I am. Because there is a way to bypass the FRP lock, but most people won't do it, because one of the steps to bypassing it is actually contacting 911.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because you have to. So, like, in a nutshell, if your phone is factory reset protocol locked, then what you can't get past that little point where you want you to sign into a Google account or anything. So what you end up doing is you end up connecting to Wi-Fi, then you open up and you make an emergency call. When the emergency call happens on your screen, it pops up and it shows you kind of like Google Maps, where it shows your location. And then you tap on that and it opens up into the actual Google Maps app. And then from there, on the top, it has the search. You hit the search. And essentially what you're trying to do is you're trying to navigate your way into the browser and then being able to access into the drop down for settings to open up the settings, so then you can go down to password and accounts and remove the Google account.
Yeah.
Then you want to reset the phone. So engage in that call. Every time that I bypass FRP for people that I know who bring me their phones, As soon as I hit 911, I start saying, "This is not an emergency. I must have butt dialed," and I can hear the 911 dispatch like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay. If you guys do have an emergency, please don't hesitate to reach out." And I'm like trying to get them off the phone, like,
They're off
"No, I'm
already.
trying to get into this phone."
Yeah, that makes sense. Luckily, I didn't have to do anything like that. I believe I just had to like she didn't have a what do you call it, like a lock, like a pin for a lock screen or anything, so like you could literally
Yeah.
just get into the phone. But I believe it was just trying to reset it. I think I did need her account password, like her Google password, in order to reset the phone. So I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to try to steal any of your personal information or anything like that. But she was completely cool with it. I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, just a tip to everybody out there, because sometimes the FRP gets engaged when you reset a device. So if you want to make sure you never run into that, if you have to reset your device, is first remove all Google accounts off the phone. Then you can do a factory reset, and then it won't kick on that stupid lock. I hate that thing. That thing is so annoying.
Oh yeah, I bet. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see, where are we at on the and I guess I'll have to follow up with you on unlocking the device. So hopefully I'm able to do that. If not, it's whatever, you know what I mean? I'm not going to lose sleep over it at nighttime, but
I'll DM you the link later, because it's an unlocking company that Carlos and a lot of the guys from the SMT community have used to get their devices unlocked. So, and like, if the prices vary, but it's pretty reasonable. Like, they are part of the reasons why I was able to get the Moto G Stylus 2024 sim unlocked. They helped me with that, along with filing an FCC complaint.
Oh wow.
And so yeah, that's how I got it unlocked before the 1 year mark on Metro, when they changed
Very
their policies.
nice.
But yeah, these guys will do it. And like, iPhones is there a specialty. So like the iPhone 16e that you want to get that done, they'll be able to do it, and it's a reasonable price.
Oh yeah, if I only had to pay like $30, I'll definitely do it. I have a iPhone 13 also that I want to get unlocked. That way I can just kind of get rid of it and sell it.
Yeah, it's more value in unlocked devices than locked.
Yeah, so I'll do that for the Samsung A36, the iPhone 13. And well, like I said, maybe I'll hold on to the Pixel 7 Pro. I was planning to get rid of a few devices, honestly, because I feel like I have like too many devices now. Like, I don't like to just have them sitting and lingering, right? I'd rather the device go to somebody that's going to use it rather than just it sit here in my room, But maybe I can find another purpose for my Pixel 7 Pro, maybe like the webcam or something. Because once I get my new desk, I might attempt like a Twitch stream or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe move my PS5 over and buy like a separate monitor and put it like on the top here. That way I can play like games, or just buy like a bigger monitor in general, like that I can use, because I've been using the same monitor for like since 2014, maybe since I was going to college, man. Like, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's like a 23-inch monitor or whatever. It's a nice looking monitor, nice little IPS one. But I'm just like, I think it's time to move on and get something that's like more suited for like gaming and video editing, whatever.
Yeah, so I have two monitors. That's all I have. They're like two. I think they're 20-inch monitors.
Yeah.
So
well, definitely.
Upgrade.
I wouldn't mind you having a dual setup, but I'd rather just get like a bigger widescreen monitor. Like the newer ones have like
big, the ones that kind of curved. That's what I want to upgrade to.
Yeah.
It makes it so much better than having to like have two monitors. Just one big widescreen monitor, and it's just like it can hold two windows open at the same time, side by side. That's what I want.
Yeah, so we'll see what's up with that. I'm kind of on the, once I get the desk, and definitely one thing at a time, right? I'm not gonna do everything at once, but I would like to have something like that, or maybe I can connect like an old video game system also, and like. Just start playing or streaming on TikTok, whatever. You know what I mean? Before TikTok goes away, 2025.
Yeah. If it ever does go away.
Oh my god! All right, let's see. Let's see what else. I guess differences as far as the devices go. It looks like the Pro and the Pro XL are going to get a different display. They're going to get an LTPO OLED. Display over a regular OLED, which obviously I believe the resolution is different on all of the devices. So the The base is 1080 by 2424 at 420 PPI, and then the Pro model is 1280 by 2856, 495 PPI, and then the Pro XL is 1344 by 2992, and you're at 486 PPI. So wow, that's interesting that the smaller Pro model has a higher pixel per inch density or whatever it's called.
Yeah, smaller display though. So
yeah, smaller displays. So you're right. And of course, on the devices, you are going to have smooth display on all of them, 120 hertz max. But on the Pro and Pro XL, it's 1 to 120 hertz, while the base model is only 60 to 120 hertz. So I don't know. Yep. I don't know what's going on with that. Like
basically it fluctuates, right? So like if you have the smooth display on, it utilizes 120 hertz when it needs to, but it can scale down all the way to like 1 hertz.
Crazy.
To up to 120, whereas on the base it can only go as far down as 60 hertz and as far high as 120. So you get more wiggle room to play with when it comes to just like fluidity of the display and the motions when you're scrolling.
Well, I think I'm definitely gonna have mine on all the time. The smooth display, because I
you got a super chat.
I got a super chat in the house. What? Oh, by Mark. Hey, what's up, Mark? That's one of my coworkers over here. Shout out to IKEA, by the way. He'll know what I'm talking about. Thanks, Mark, for the super chat. He every time he comes in, he always gives me a super chat here or there. He might be at work on lunch or something like that. So if you're at work, man, nice. Shout out to you. Yeah, I was off today and yesterday, and I'm actually off tomorrow. I gave away one of my days because I felt like I was a little bit burned out from the physical activity. So I was like, I need to just kind of let my body rest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just going to do it. Whatever. Like, I'm not like, the bank's not hurting financially right now anyway. So, and I'm an extra $199 richer thanks to Mark. So thanks, Mark. Nice. I appreciate that, man. Give him a shout out. I'll pop it up on the screen here. Mark, thanks again, man. Appreciate you. We'll see you at work this weekend if you're at work, man. Let's move on. Let's see. As far as the glass on the phone, it looks like all the way around, they're all going to have Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2 on them. So, hopefully that's very durable glass. We do have peak brightness a little bit different from the base to the XL and the Pro, which is only a 300-point difference, honestly. Probably wouldn't. Yeah, you probably wouldn't be able to tell, honestly, on the devices, unless you're like really looking for it. I guess whoever goes to Best Buy to make a trip to see the devices before they come out. If they're already sitting out there. Let's see, battery life on the devices. Like I said, the Pro model actually has the least amount of battery life out of all of them, which is kind of amazing to me. So
I wonder why.
Oh yeah, dude. I wonder why also. Like, why not just give it a 5,000 milliamp battery? Why a 4870? Like these odd numbers are driving me crazy over here. I
don't get it. I really don't get why. 4707 milliamps.
Yeah,
is the minimum. Well, the typical is 4870. So like, but why? 4970 on the base 10. Like,
yes,
you would give the bigger battery to the Pro because it's got additional features it needs to power.
Yeah, but maybe like what we were talking about, with the actual display, being able to be lowered, maybe that means like better battery life on the Pro models as well. Maybe
it still doesn't make sense to give the base a higher battery capacity than the Pro.
And I was I was looking at that last night and I was like, what the hell? Like, what? Why? Like, you would think that if you upgrade to a Pro model, you're gonna get better battery life, but nope. I mean, I guess not. Maybe we'll see. I don't have no clue, honestly.
Maybe that's their way of like trying to force people to the XL model.
Possible. So like, the XL model has a 5200 milliamp, which of course has a 0.5 inch screen or whatever. It's going to be bigger than the regular Pro model. So to me, it's just like that's going to waste the battery a lot more than the regular Pro. But I could be wrong. Who knows?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at charging. It looks like the Pro XL It says fast charging up to 70% in about 30 minutes using 45 watt USB-C charging. If you're using a Qi 2 certified charger, it's up to 25 watts. Let's take a look. That's for the Pro XL. The regular Pro is 30 watt charging with USB Type C, and you get 15 watt. So you do get faster charging on the Pro XL. So that they have your best charging option. The base is 30 watt charging at 30 minutes. You get half of the battery in 30 minutes.
And give it a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go for it. And then 15 watt charging on the Qi. So that's really, honestly, it's the same thing as the Pro and the base. Not too much of a difference there as far as the battery life goes. And here's one thing that I did want to go over. I know Tito just left, but it is IP rating. So I wanted to see if these phones were IP rated, because it really wasn't talked about too much. Excuse me, with the during the actual videos yesterday. So I wanted to get into that as well. And let me just take a sip of my drink here, because I am dying already. Oh, yeah. All right, we're still here, guys. If you guys are still here in the chat, say hi. Yeah, Pixel charging is a bit slow. I will attest to that with my Pixel 7 Pro. I think it only has like 10 watt charging, wireless charging, and I think wired charging, it's like a little bit more, obviously, like 25 watt probably. But anyways, it looks like we do get IP, dust, and water resistance. Are you back, Tito? Let me see. I heard something in the background. Maybe it was the music. Okay, so it looks like all the way around you do get IP68, dust, and water resistant. But again, I don't know if that's full water, full water dunkage, IP68. Let's see, IP68. Let's see, waterproof meaning. I'm going to Google it for you guys, because I'm not 100% sure, because I know there's IP67 and whatnot. An IP68 rating means a device is both dust tight and waterproof. Specifically, the 6 and 6.8 signifies complete protection against dust, and the 8 indicates the device can withstand being submerged in water deeper than 1 meter for a specified amount of time, usually 30 minutes or longer. Okay, so that's good then, right? Obviously, if you're at the beach or by the pool, you forget your phone's in your pocket, the phone can withstand at least, a little bit of time in the water before crapping out, you know what I mean? And if you guys are wondering which is better, IP68 or IP67, both ratings signify dust tight enclosures, and IP68 provides a higher level of water protection, while IP67 allows for temporary submersion in water up to 1 meter for 30 minutes. IP68 can handle submersion beyond 1 meter for a period of time specified by the manufacturer. Okay, so regardless whether you have IP67 or IP68, you're gonna get that. I guess you're gonna get whatever that it's giving you there. I mean, obviously, the waterproof rating. So. Okay, let's see. Again, guys, we're just going over differences between all models here. So if you guys are still here, please say hi in the chat. While Tito stepped out for a couple seconds, I am going over IP ratings here. Let me just scroll down a little bit more here on the actual screen here. Hope you are enjoying the chill music in the background. Thanks again for being here, Titus. By the way, you're one of my OGs. You're one of my guys that always comes into the chat every time now. I used to have a lot of guys come into my streams back in the day that were usuals, but I don't see a lot of them anymore, right? I'll give some shout outs, right? Guys like Tech for Your Needs, obviously Magic Tech Review, right? He doesn't really do YouTube anymore. CV Tech also, which I don't know if he really watches YouTube that much anymore. I need to get a hold of him, see how he's doing. Hopefully he's doing okay. Obviously Latrell, give him a shout out. He watches my videos. It's just that he watches the after videos, right? He sometimes will catch the lives though. So shout out to my boy Latrell. Who else? Mark Sequence. I believe Mark Sequence was one of those guys that would always come in and chat with me.
Okay, I'm back. For a short moment, I just came to let you know I gotta go pick up my son from school because he's got like a really bad cough and fever. So they called me right now.
Oh goodness! All right. Well, hopefully your son's doing okay, man. I mean, it's back to school, man. Everyone's sick, unfortunately.
I know, man. Kids, wash your hands.
Sounds good. I was just giving shout outs right now, but yeah, I'll probably close it out once you leave, man. My voice is already killing me already, anyways.
Okay. Well, I mean, I appreciate you for having me on, and maybe we'll do like a collab with our pixels once we have them in hand.
Yeah, sounds good, man. I'm free the rest of the day, man. So if you want to do like a deathlock later, let me know. Hit me up if your son's doing okay.
Yep, I'll let you know, man. To everybody, take it easy, and I'll see you on the next one.
All right, laters, Tito.
Later, bro.
We'll see you. All right, guys. So big shout out to my bud Tito, aka Aloha Android. Go to his channel and subscribe. I'll probably give a channel link in the chat here, and I'll put it in the description as well, so you guys can check out. He has been putting out a lot of pixel videos. In fact, I think he is putting out a video later on in a couple of hours. There's a video that looks like it's scheduled to drop, so check that out on his channel. You're asking, what is zoned UFS? Are we talking about what it's saying on the screen here? I'm not 100% sure what zoned UFS means. Let's Google it. What is zoned UFS? Let's see. Okay, UFS stands for Universal Flash Storage, by the way. So it says the Pixel 10 series finally upgrades to faster UFS 4.0 across the lineup. Zoned is new tech that allows UFS to run more efficiently, encouraging a longer lifespan of the Pixel's performance. Okay, so now we know what that means. Again, it has to do with the flash storage that it has on board. So again, we'll just go over the rest of the tech specs here, and then we'll go ahead and close out, guys. So again, again, IP rating. Both of these have all the phones have IP68, dust and water resistance. The only difference between the Pixel and the Pixel Pro and XL as far as the RAM goes is the Pro and the XL Pro get 16 gigabytes of RAM versus the regular Pixel, which is at 12. Which, in my opinion, 12 is still a lot, right? I remember back in the day when 8 gigabytes was a lot on a phone. So the fact that they're putting 16 gigabytes on these devices now just means that it's going to be super snappy. As far as the device goes, I believe the Pro XL, the base as far as onboard storage is 256. So I'm not seeing a 128 gigabyte version here. So if you do get the Pixel, well, I don't know what just happened. If you do get the Pixel Pro XL, your base, it looks like, is going to be 256 gigs of internal memory. So, which literally no problem there. But again, you have more storage options with the Pro and the regular base. With the regular base, you only have 128 and 256 gigabyte configurability as far as that goes. He just left, man. You just missed out. We got Latrell in the house. Thanks for joining in. I'm about to close out, man. We've been on for about an hour already, and my voice is killing me. I just gave you a shout out, by the way. But anyways, it looks like the Pro, the regular Pro model can give you a base of 128 gigabytes, and then again, you can also shoot up to 1 terabyte on the memory there. So that's what Titus was mentioning, right, with zoned UFS. So I'm wondering if you get the higher storage options, the 512 and the 1 terabyte, if that's the case where you get that UFS. If not, if you're getting the 128 or 256 gigabyte model, are you getting regular just flash storage? Not really any. Not much, Latrell. We're just talking about the differences between all of the Pixel devices, man. Thanks for joining in. If you can smash that like button for me, man, I would really appreciate it. Thanks again for joining in. Looks like we got about 7 likes on the stream so far. Let's get it to 8 before I close out, man. Probably next week. I believe the device comes out like on the 28th or 29th, so I'm assuming around then because I pre-ordered it from Boost. I didn't get a specific date though. It just says pre-ordered, so it might be later. Who knows? What a hater. You're like, Tito's gone, I'm good on the stream. Yeah, he had to go pick up his son from school. Unfortunately, his son got sick or something like that, so he had to split. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, guys, let's see. It looks like you do get a VPN at no extra cost on the devices, right? Which I believe that's probably Google VPN, which I do have on my Pixel 7 Pro, by the way. But N10 security design, yada, yada, yada. You do get the Tensor 5 chip on all of them. There's no differences between the Pro and the regular version. You don't get like there's not really any specification on like how many gigahertz it is, what the max gigahertz is on the device, how many cores the processor has, etc. like that. It's just saying Google Tensor 5. That's it. So it doesn't really give you any more specs as far as that goes. You're saying smash and dislike. Oh my god. Smash that dislike button. Okay. Yeah, Tito's out doing dad things. Yeah, we were gonna get ready to wrap up anyways, but he had to go pick up his son. You know, obviously you're getting different camera setups. The Pro and the Pro XL do have the same setups on all ends as far as the rear and the front facing camera, while the base model, which costs $200 less than the Pro model, you are getting a downgrade on the main camera sensor and the ultra wide and the telephoto. So just a heads up on that, right? I'm pretty sure the device is still going to take some bomb ass photos and videos. Latrell says VPN by Google is pretty mid to me. I haven't really tried it out. I remember I had like a downloaded version of it on my computer, and then I guess it disabled or something happened with it. I think something happened with the VPN, so I'm not exactly 100% sure what happened there, but I've been looking to maybe get one so that I can maybe cancel all of my subscriptions to watch WWE, because on the international side for WWE, all of the programming and pay-per-views are on Netflix, but here in the US you have to have like 5 different streaming services just to watch their products now, so it's ridiculous. I miss the good old days when you could just watch on the USA Network and watch the PLEs on the WWE Network for only $9.99. Anyways, video, guys, like I said, it does take 8K, but the max 8K resolution is going to be, or as far as frames per second, is 30 frames a second on 8K. So you're not going to get like a lot of great movement on that, and who knows about the stability as far as that goes. Also, like, are you going to get built-in IS image stabilization? We'll see how that goes. Again, the regular Pixel 10 will have 4K recording at 60, and vice versa. Again, the only difference on the cameras is you're going to get 100x zoom on the cameras when taking pictures. So keep that in mind also. Yeah, they had a PC version of Google VPN, which, again, if you're a Google One subscriber, you get it for free. But I need to go back and look into it again, man. I really need to see if I can download it again and see what's going on with that. But anyways, guys, it looks like we're getting we're winding down here. My voice is killing me, man. So again, you still get a lot of features that I'm definitely going to make videos on whenever I get my Pixel 10 Pro. Definitely a lot of features, AI features that I haven't even deep dive into, right? Which I will definitely try to use now when I get that device. So we'll see how that goes. But anyways, guys, Latrell, thanks again. I'm not sure I think it should have OIS, at least with like 4K recording. But we'll see. Picture taking also, yes. It doesn't say it has OIS though. At least that's not what I'm seeing here. It just talks about optical zoom and aperture and whatnot. But we'll see. I guess we'll have to find out. I'm sure it does have OIS to some degree as far as pictures and videos go. So we'll have to get into that. But yeah, Latrell, man, thanks again for joining in, man. Everybody that's here, if you're still watching, thanks again for watching. We're going to go ahead and close out today's stream. So again, keep an eye out on that. Also keep an eye out. I have a few unboxings coming up over the weekend that you might want to check out as well, guys. So thanks again for watching. If you guys watched the replay and you watched this far, comment in the description. Let me know if you watched this far, guys. Watch the whole thing. But again, guys, thanks again for watching.